Good morning and welcome to Mount Isa, and today I am going to be continuing with my 15 flights in 3 days. The first flight today will be featured in this video, and I will be flying from here in Mount Isa to Townsville on Qantaslink's Dash 8 Q400, and the flight will be stopping off in Cloncurry. I used to fly on the Q400s almost every week, and I haven't flown on a Q400 in about, I reckon, it must be coming up on a year. So I'm really excited to get back on the Q400. It's one of my favourite types. So let's get to the airport and check out the Qantaslink service on board the Dash 8 Q400. Before I get too far into the flight, I thought it's worth a mention that the food at the restaurant at the Ibis Styles Mount Verona in Mount Isa was absolutely outstanding. A little bit pricey, but it was well worth it. They just need to find something a little bit better to pour the espresso for the espresso affogato so you don't make a huge mess. The Mount Isa departures area is quite small, but there is plenty of comfortable seating. There's a small cafe at the back of the departures area with an incredibly grumpy staff member who was growling at anyone that asked him a question. It was quite slow, but their coffee was nice enough, as was their bacon and egg wrap. Flying us through to Townsville via Cloncurry today is this 14-year-old Dash 8 Q400 VHQOK, delivered new to Qantaslink in 2008. It's named Lismore. The Qantaslink Q400 has 74 seats in an all-economy configuration, over 19 rows, with a 2-2 seat layout, meaning you'll never be stuck in a middle seat on board this aircraft. However, it doesn't have the comfort of the Saab where you've got the single seat and the double seat. Instead of checking my bag in today, I opted to use the Qantaslink premium hand luggage service, leaving my bag at the bottom of the aircraft stairs and collecting it at the bottom of the aircraft stairs in Townsville. It was a pleasant surprise to see that this aircraft has recently received an interior refurbishment with a few small changes, and it just looks nice and fresh.
While there is smoke in the cabin, a line of lights on the floor will illuminate to direct you to an emergency exit. A life jacket is located under your seat. Should the life jacket be required, remove it from its container, unroll it and place it over your head. Pass this tape around your waist and secure the buckle closed. To tighten, pull this tape. Once outside the...
We taxied out and went down to the end of Mount Isa's runway 16, where we made an on-time departure, setting course for our very short flight through to Cloncurry.
to Cloncurry, the seatbelt sign will remain on. Therefore, there will be no in-flight service. As mentioned earlier, smoking, vaping, and some e-cigarettes is not permitted on board the aircraft.
The flight from Mount Isa to Cloncurry is incredibly short and follows an easterly heading, pretty much direct from Mount Isa into Cloncurry. You cruise at 8,800 feet, and for the duration of the 20-minute flight, the flight attendants remain seated and no service is offered. The distance between the two airports is just 133 kilometres. You can drive this distance in 1 hour and 37 minutes. Cloncurry is a town with a population of 2,700 people. The main industry, like a lot of the towns out in this region, is cattle grazing, and there's a large sale yard in the centre of town. Due to the short duration of the flight, I've actually included the entire flight's footage, albeit sped up, in this video. On arrival in Cloncurry, passengers travelling through to Townsville were asked to remain on board the aircraft, whilst many passengers left the aircraft. We were soon joined by a new bunch of friendly passengers, and we were on the way again in no time. On some days, this flight operates in the opposite direction, servicing Cloncurry first before Mount Isa, thus giving Cloncurry a direct link to Townsville. Passengers travelling through to Cloncurry today did have to transit Townsville, and I believe the aircraft has about a 45-minute connection time there, so it's certainly quicker if you can travel between Townsville and Cloncurry on a day where Cloncurry is serviced first. Flight time through to Townsville today is approximately an hour and 20 minutes, and we cruise at 25,000 feet, which is the Q400 service ceiling, taking advantage of some strong tailwinds, getting us to Townsville a little bit earlier than scheduled. The cabin crew were out in the cabin and did an absolutely fantastic job with the in-flight service, going above and beyond, and I'll talk about that a bit more shortly. Our economy seat on the Q400 features reasonable legroom. It's just enough. It's not uncomfortable, but it's certainly not expansive. In the seat pocket, you'll find a safety card and the Qantas Inflight magazine, as well as an air sickness bag. I've already been given a bottle of water by the cabin crew. There's a tray table. It's pretty small, but it does the job. The seat back has a tablet holder, which I don't show very well. And then you've got the standard Q400 overhead panel. On this morning's flight, we were offered a refreshment service, and we were given these delicious Lamington cookies, along with choice of hot drinks and cold drinks. The cabin crew came out in the cabin after the main service, offering everyone seconds for both drinks and snacks.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, the captain of the flight deck run service, my name. Joining me up here this morning is First Officer Bajum, together with Sinai and Joe McCartney in the cabin. I'd like to further welcome you aboard at Qantaslink flight 2471 to Townsville. So up to 25,000 feet today, you're expecting a nice sweet ride, got clear skies, a little wind hopefully to help us along up there as well. About a month my seatbelt's on is turned up, but I would ask you once again when you want to set it, you just get those seatbelts securely fastened, just in case we do encounter any bumps as we make our way over to Townsville today. Make pretty good time, probably about 10 minutes out of schedule at this stage, and 20 minutes to 12 into Townsville. Well, over there it's also a nice fine day, there's not a lot of cloud to speak of, the wind's out of the east. Very well getting up to about 15 kilometres an hour at times, and short time comes at 22 degrees. This stage that's all over. I'll get back a bit further down the track if there's any updates, but again, take the opportunity. Thanks for flying with us today. Why don't you sit back, relax and enjoy.
The cabin crew on this flight were absolutely fantastic. They went above and beyond with extra service runs, extra rubbish runs, and made sure everyone had a really comfortable flight. It was absolutely fantastic. So usually when you use the Qantaslink premium hand luggage service, the bag will generally beat you to the bottom of the aircraft stairs. However, on today's occasion, there was a bit of a wait as the ground crew were busy with another flight. Before long, I had my bag back though, and I was headed straight into the terminal, and unfortunately before my connection to Brisbane, I had to re-clear security. Okay, so I've just arrived in Townsville on board the Dash 8 Q400 from Cloncurry and Mount Isa. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit subscribe, turn the bell on, and I will be back with another video next Monday at 5 PM where I will be flying on that Qantas 737 right there. See you then.